Aries, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the week of the 27th of February through to the 5th of March. We're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and doing a tarot reading at the end. It will all be time stamped in the description below, so you can jump from one to the other. There is a sort of unpacking of this, so I would suggest watching it in order, but then, you know, you're free to do as you like. Let's just jump straight in there after seeing what's going on in your chakras. Okay. So you're coming into the last month before your birthday, the majority of you, and we're moving into, you should be moving into, if you're not there already, into this full-flowing evaluation of your emotional sort of side of life. Sort of things to do, sort of, what was I doing last year emotionally? What was the experiences I had? How did I fulfill myself spiritually, energetically? Not only through activities, but actually through mindfulness, as it were. That's the sort of thing you should be sort of concentrating on, spending a bit of time with yourself, realizing what you want in the coming year, setting in place the plans for what you want in your future. And we can see this in your root chakra. It's pretty compressed because I think this is where you're doing the foundations for this coming year. But it's very solid. There's no doubt about that. It's very sure about what it wants. It's almost as if like the root is coming down and then it's spreading out, as if to say it's really taking hold of what the ground that is around the tree, as it were, and it's really, you're taking, you're connecting your foundation to everything that is around you at the moment. So that may be the ideas that are sort of flowing through your head at the moment. What do I want to do next year? That sort of thing, and it's playing really nicely within your root chakra. Let's see your. So here we are in your sacrum. So it's slightly off balance, not too badly though. Obviously you might have a lot on your plate at the moment, work-wise, or in the material world. That doesn't necessarily mean work. It could also mean sort of your house, buying a house, renovating a house, moving house, that sort of thing. Acquisitions, could be cars and stuff like that. There is just a process of sort of sorting out the physical side of life at the moment, but it's way in balance. It's starting to promulgate the ideas of what you want to live physically within this world around you. Okay, and it's almost as if like you're laying those sort of foundations within you rather than outside in the world around you. So it's getting it into order. If I want to do this activity, then therefore I need this time off, I need this bit of equipment and stuff like that. So it's working out what you need in order to get what you want, basically. That's what it seems like here. Let's have a look at your solar plexus. So here's your solar plexus. It's very wide. It's very wide at the top. So you're spreading yourself. Yeah, it's like being that that grandparent that's there for everyone in a way. I don't want to say you're a grandparent, but do you know what I mean? It's got that notion that sort of like, if there's a problem, people go to this person, and you seem to be the go-to. And it's you've got a lot of time and space for a lot of people here, really. And it's very warming and reassuring, I think. You have this reassurance about you at the moment, which is really nice. Let's just see what's going on your heart chakra. So this is where a lot of people are getting this. I would say at least 4 signs have been getting this. And it's like your heart chakras, it's moving into a direction to your heart's desires. It's like you're being guided there, whether you like it or not. But it's good for you. It is to do with your heart's desires. there doesn't seem to be a lot in the way of relationships, one-to-one relationships, which is on your radar at the moment. It's more about how you live life and being comfortable with life. That's what seems to be in the heart's desires there. So then that means on both sides of your heart. It's also on the material side as much as it is on the emotional sort of side. So I think it's you're very open to socializing now, and connecting with other people. And this is gradually sort of like bringing you to a stage of kind of going, do you know what? That's what I want. Yeah, it's sort of coming to that. I think it's built upon love. I don't think there's. Let me just have a quick look on the front petal to see if there's any sort of. No, I don't think there is any sort of untoward stuff in regards to your partnership. So, but that seems to be well protected in the whole sort of this is how I want life to be sort of scenario. You know, Aries, you're a fire sign, and you're not going to take things, you know, laying down, as it were. So, you know, there is certain confrontations that sometimes may not be within your best interests to sort of to be involved in, but it doesn't really seem to be very untoward. Actually, there doesn't seem to be major problems within the relationships. You could be confronted through this confrontation, difficult moments within your relationship, but that's going to be, you know, that can be easily healed and dealt with if both sides are willing to, basically. That seems like that sort of side, but there doesn't seem to be anything majorly untoward in that sort of sense. Let's just see what's going on in your throat and your third eye. So, that's quite interesting. Quite unique in most of the signs. So it's your throat chakra that's sticking out. So communication is key for you at the moment, and communication is as much as listening as it is talking. That's what communication's all about. It's a two-way street, and you're very up for communicating, very up for hearing the other side. You're an incredibly logical sign who, if you're talking to someone and they don't hold logic, it's going to be very difficult for you to sort of maintain the relationship if there's no logic within it. And there is a changing logic that we saw in your monthly reading and also in the collective monthly reading, which is on our channel, where there's a change in logic in the world around us. And with this change of logic that is around us, it's going to either you've understood the logic, and it's going to be like a Wheel of Fortune moment. Things are going to suddenly start switching in your favor, or you haven't got the logic and you're going to find the world. You know, it's going to be you're going to end up doing illogical things. I think there's a vast swathe of people who are going to be starting to do illogical things. If you feel like you're in between the two, I would take time out, because you're in your autumn as well. Take time out. Notice the direction that you would like to take and just take it. Once you start the movement, then you're going to be orientated into the most evident path that you should follow from there on in. But it's the movement, it's moving towards your goals, which is the important part at this stage at the moment. Once you start moving in the direction, it's going to be very logical about how you can actually progress in one way or another. But yes, you do need that sort of movement. For everybody else who's understood the logic, things all of a sudden are going to start falling into place. And that beautiful open solar plexus of that go-to person is going to put you in a very strong position, almost like an emperor position, really. And communication will be key here. So I think this logical ideas of the logical way of doing it, the natural way of doing it, the common sense way of doing things is going to come to the fore over this month. And this is playing straight into your strength, Aries. And as it plays straight into your strength, this is why you become that go-to sign among your friends and family or your colleagues at work and stuff like that as well. But yeah, communication is key. If you keep that side up there, you're going to be the queen of the ball, or the the king of the castle. It's whichever way it sort of goes for you. So your crown chakra is beautifully shaped. It's really voluptuous in the way it's of its consciousness, which is really nice. It's got this consciousness that is it's like velvet in a way. It's really beautiful, and you've got this lovely consciousness that is growing within you. And I think the more interaction that you have with other people, and this is where the socializing thing comes in, the more interaction you have with other people, the greater your consciousness will find its place and grow throughout you, in fact. So it connects to everything, because that's what's gradually happening with the consciousness at the moment. And it seems really beautiful. So yeah, there you go. Let's just have a look what's going on your aura. So okay, so there's a definite realization on your relationship side, and I think this has to do with the winter or the autumn period that I've been talking about. You'll find we're beginning doing a masterclass on rhythms, human rhythms, universal rhythms, solar rhythms, and how they all sort of connect together this Sunday. So you're going to want to click that bell and subscribe to this channel, because then you'll get the notifications of when that's coming out. But there seems to be in the middle of the week a sort of an understanding more than anything else, understanding of maybe carrying too much emotionally for the world around you, and that understanding in the middle of the week is going to become through to by the end of the week of a sort of realization of actually putting it into action, as it were, that understanding, the birthing of that understanding within your actual physical life. Okay, that's what it seems like there. There doesn't seem to be anything untoward as such. It doesn't appear to be. The only thing I can think of, or I can feel in that sort of side of things, which is very minor, but it's a little bit like sand in the gearbox, really. It's the sand in the gearbox can be just that whole illogical side of the human collective, which has come to the fore over the past 2 years, could trigger you. So I wouldn't get triggered by it. I would literally just kind of go, no, moving on, sort of scenario. You don't have time for it. You really don't have time for it. And this is where you're gonna be open to some people, and you can be open to them, but the moment they start speaking logically for you, then I would quite literally kind of go, yeah, lovely. Be honest with them, saying sort of, I probably don't understand this well enough. I'm probably not the best person to be speaking to about this. That sort of thing, so you can quell the situation very quickly rather than actually getting triggered. Let's just see where your energy is feeding into you. So it's feeding into that solar plexus, that passion for life and to have the life that you so desire. And that's what's coming to the fore in your heart chakra and how it sort of all plays together. So there you go, Aries, on your chakras and your auras. Let's just see what's going on with your tarots now. And then we've got the overall energies, which is here. This is your karmic mission or message for your relationship side. This is the karmic message for your material side. This is how the universe influences it. These are how your guides influences it. And this is the general sort of outcome. So let's see what's going on for you, Aries, at the moment. Let's just see. Yeah, marrying that body, mind and soul. This is exactly what I said. It's at the moment, you should be connecting within you and preparing the birth of the new year coming forward. How you integrate your emotions within your physical life, within your social surroundings, basically. Connecting the moon and the earth. The eternal feminine that was within you, and it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Anyone who's come on my workshops will understand that a male line has sort of 45% female energy in it and 55% male energy in it. A female line will have 55% female energy in it and 45% male energy in it. It's just a way of defining one energy structure to another, basically. But it's connecting with that softer side of you, I think, will be immensely beneficial, not only to you, but obviously people that are around you, but mainly to you. Let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. Yeah, so this is the it's what I'm talking about. You're getting these ideas about what you should be doing in life, where you should be going, the direction of what life you want to be taking. The universe is offering you loads of different stuff with that devil card. It's offering you possibilities around you, and you're getting a little bit you should be getting, and I think this is where, because we're talking about this is what you're restructuring at the moment. This is what you should be restructuring at the moment in your life, in your rhythm of the year, and this restructuring, and this is where the devil can help you out, is to shine light on your life, to say what was good and what was not good for you. And therefore you can make the adjustments according to, and that's what the nature or the universe is trying to encourage within your life at the moment. Yeah, it's looking back over the past. It is assessing everything, assessing your relationships with the collective, with the family, with the friends, with the community, also with your partner. But it doesn't seem to be based upon that, as I said earlier on in the chakra part of it. It's mainly how your connection is with everything that is around you. Yeah, playing smart. This is what I meant about being triggered. This is where you should be listening to yourself, sort of saying, don't get triggered, don't get triggered. You know, just sort of close this conversation down quite quickly and move on to the next one, but nicely, so that you're not hurting anyone. And everything like that, because you're really nice, Aries, and okay, you're really fiery, but you're really, really nice, and you have everybody's interests at heart, I think. I would play smart, listen to your inner voices, and act upon them. It will save you time, it will save them time, it will save everybody time, and you'll be able to then concentrate on the people that really matter within your life. Let's just see what's going on in your financial sort of side. Oh, it says a little bit of disappointment. Maybe that's that whole sort of factor of working on it, as I said, sort of sorting stuff out, and it may be feeling a little bit heavy. Maybe there's certain things that need to be put into place. Not just yet, though. It's recognizing what needs to be put into place. So you should be looking to really sort of starting up projects, starting up businesses, starting that career move the week after your birthday. That's the best and most optimal time for you. And it's almost, I think this disappointment is timing more than anything else. It's disappointing because you've got to be a little bit patient about it all. Now, excuse me, the universe is offering everything to you. It's offering all the resources to you. I think you're really bossing it up, really. And your disappointment, as I said, is only a question of timing. So you've got to learn to be understanding of the capacities of people that are around you, and not necessarily basically expecting everyone to be as good as you. It's like you're setting yourself up for a fall there, and that's where that may be the learning curve for this week here. And that could well be that understanding that I was talking about. Yeah, and your guides are trying to bring in the highest dreams. So they're still working on how to put this into play. I think they're sort of working on how do you put your work into your personal life, basically. Giving it a bit of balance between the two, that both are enjoyable and both can be very sort of productive, as it were. So your guides are working on that, trying to implement that within your life. Yeah, falling in love with it. This is what I'm saying, and it could be this. As I say, I think this disappointment is basically from the past, and don't be so hard on yourself when you get things wrong in the past. Simply because you've learned, if you've learned from it, then that means in the future you won't be doing that same sort of problem, or you won't be causing that same problem for you. And it should be this logical thing that's gradually kicking in place, is first kicking in place with yourself. What's the outcome? beautiful, harmonious work with other people that are around you. This is this whole sort of, you may well be that person on the top there who is that go-to person by other people who are doing good work. And I think this is ties up on both sides, on your relationship sides. So you're going to respect people who have actually done the work, have actually thought about life and applied a bit of logic, applied a bit of emotions, and that they are much more of a rounded character, as it were, that they have a bit more depth and structure to them, rather than sort of people who are a little bit sort of flighty, as it were. So, you know, and I think this also plays beautifully within your workspace. So if within your job, the colleagues that you know are doing the work and the other ones knows that aren't doing the work. And I would, you know, gravitate towards the people who work with excellence, like your good selves. I think that's really important, and working together in sociably. And I think this is where it ties in with the heart chakra that's gradually bringing into a point of how you want to live life. It's putting everything into place. And it's that realization of the past according to your future dreams, which is going to be that sort of understanding that you're going to have in the middle of the week. And by the end of the week, it's going to be a realization of how you can put it into place with the world that is around you. There you go, Aries. Thank you very much for being with us and showing your support for this channel. Subscribing and clicking that bell would really help us out. We do have your monthly readings and the collective reading as well. So you're more than welcome to go and have a look at that on our channel. It would be beautiful to see you there. In the meantime, I will see you on Sunday for the Astroflower Masterclass on the rhythms of life. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.